So I'm filming this in the new year, but an interesting last week of 2017. So as I said in my last video, I went to Bocas for Christmas. So on Christmas Day, Christmas Day was Monday, days are terrible. But Christmas Day we cooked, a big meal. It was me, Emma, Paige, Elizabeth, Caitlin, and Karina. And they all live in Bocas, and I traveled all the way out there because obviously I'm crazy. But yeah, so we cooked a big meal. We had, Emma made spaghetti, Caitlin made eggplant parmesan, let's see here, I made rolls, Karina made some cheesy potatoes, and it was really good. Paige made cacao brownies and pumpkin pie, and Karina helped with that as well. And then Elizabeth made carrot, and I made a broccoli salad, and I think that was all the food we had. I don't know, there was a lot of food, and it was really good, and yeah, it was a good time, just hanging out. I was able to talk to my parents for a little bit, which is good. It did make me miss them, and it's tough during the holidays to be away for sure. But it's really expensive to go home as well, so there's that. But yeah, so it was really fun hanging out with everybody in sight or in Chang and whatnot. Didn't do much other than just kind of lay around, talk to my family for a while. We watched some Christmas movies and whatnot, and yeah, cooked. It was good. We hung out, we talked. It was a fun time. And then I got up super early Tuesday morning to go catch a bus. Luckily, this bus I was able to catch the direct Chang to Panama bus, which means I did not have to get off in David and then switch buses, which is good. The downside to that was that the bus left at 7 a.m., which I got there at like 6:15 or so in the morning, before the office even opened to find my ticket. And then we stopped like umpteen million times for people to pee, and whatnot. But I finally made it to Panama around 5 o'clock or so. So I was able to buy some groceries and last minute part for my stove, and then caught a bus back to my house. And like I said, I'd only spent one night in my house before leaving, and so it was fun getting back. Yeah, so I basically got back and unpacked, and then went to sleep because I was exhausted. Because like I slept a little bit the night before, but we like stayed up late talking, and whatnot, and then I had to get up early to catch the bus. So like I probably slept like 4 hours that night, and then like I slept decently well on the bus, but it's still a bus, and it's freezing. And this is the first time I've traveled without my Snuggie, and I regret it. So, future me, remember to bring the Snuggie. Because like I have my Snuggie here, I just didn't take it on the trip because I was like, it's gonna take up too much space, and like, really, how cold will it be? Oh my gosh, so cool. Like, actually, probably what I need to do is bring socks, because I can wear my Chacos, because, duh. I only have one pair of closed-toe shoes in this country. And, no, I have two. I have my boots, and I have my tennis shoes. But I don't travel on my tennis shoes. I have actually barely worn my tennis shoes here. But anyway, that's another point. I need to bring socks with me. I keep them in my bag that I keep with me, so that I can put them on my feet, because that's like the coldest part of me. Because usually I'm pretty good. I have my jacket, and then I'll usually wear like my leggings, so those are long, and that's not that bad. It's my feet that get so cold. So yeah, I'm gonna bring socks. Just, you know, brainstorming over here. But yeah, so I didn't do much. Then that was Tuesday. So Wednesday, I got up and did some stuff around my house, got some organizing done, but reality, I needed more stuff, like more organizational things, before I could really do anything else, because like my house is pretty bare bones. Like there's no shelves, there's no cabinetry, there's no countertop, there's no nothing. So Mauricio has given me some tables, and I'm using some of those to like store my kitchen stuff and everything. That's fine, but I'd really like a more permanent thing. So yeah, so gotta work on that. Thursday, I went to Planet Array, did a little bit of shopping in the morning, got some things for my new cat. His name is Zeus. He's black. He's a rescue. He was mistreated by some people, some Panamanians, and so yeah, he I had like been talking with another volunteer, or she reached out several months ago to all Coco, wanted to know if anyone wanted to adopt a cat that she had found. She already has 2 cats, so she said can't keep a 3rd cat. So I was, you know, interested, but couldn't keep it because I was the host family and that whole situation. So I told her, you know, keep looking for a home, but if if you still have the cat in 2 months, then I'll take him. So yeah, so I decided to take him, and I had gone out to meet him and whatnot, but because of my trips and her trips and all this, couldn't get him until Thursday. So he's here. He's adjusting really well. He's been exploring around the house and outside my house, because I have like a small little fenced off area, and whatnot. And just been, you know, pretty chill cat. Doesn't do that much. And he's pretty good, like, when I'm gone all day, which is good, because sometimes I have to be gone all day, and whatnot. Whereas, like, when I had Sassy, she would, sit there and, like, and when I came home, she was, like, instantly yelling, like, angry with me. He's pretty chill. I do leave him outside when I'm gone for a long period of time, though, so he can stretch his legs, and that's where his food is and everything. So I do keep him outside while I'm gone, so he does have, like, space to explore. But when I come home, he's busy. Yeah, so did that. Got him. I can meet Gabby's parents. That was the volunteer who was keeping him, because they were in town to visit her, and so, yeah, got to meet them, hang out. I got to see her site for the first time, so that was really interesting. And then I came back to site that afternoon, because once I had to, so I can't just go around shopping with him. So yeah, did that. Friday, I feel like I didn't do anything. Except I didn't do anything. I think I just like, you know, days are kind of really, yeah. I do know, it was Thursday night, I think, yeah, it was Thursday night. We went and played bingo at Griselda and Carlos's house, which is very funny because I guess they were under the impression that bingo was a Panamanian thing only, except for, of course, the boards are in English because the little free space, it says free, not gratis, which I had to explain the significance of that to them, which is funny. So they were just like surprised that I knew how to play bingo. I'm like, yeah, this is pretty common in the US. And then I explained when you play bingo, if you just say the number, you don't necessarily need the letter because they don't say the letter. Because 1 to 15 is B, 16 to 30, like every 15 is a different letter. So like you're never gonna have 2 5s like in B and N or something. Like no, if you say 5, it's in B. If you say 55, it's in G. Like, so on like that. And whatnot. And so yeah, I got to be the caller person who's like pulling out the tiles because they were playing for money. But I didn't bring money because I didn't know they were playing bingo for one, and two, didn't have money to play bingo and whatnot. And so yeah, I was the caller person, and it was fun. We played bingo for a while, and then I got tired and went home. But Griselda told me we were going to work on Saturday, which is good. Because I didn't think we were working again until after the new year. But yeah, so yeah, I feel like Saturday I didn't do anything. Like, obviously it wasn't memorable because I don't have any recollection of what I did. But yeah, so that was that. Saturday, because Griselda told me there was a work day, she said at 8 o'clock to show up at her house. So I showed up at 8:05. And she was like, "You're here already." And I'm like, "No, I'm late." And she was like, "Oh, I saw you eat breakfast and finish brushing my hair and getting all the supplies together and all this stuff." And I'm like, "Okay." So we actually left at 8:45. But then she told every person who came to the workday about how I showed up at her house at 8:05. And I'm like, why is it like, and she's like, can you believe, she was just like, can you believe she showed up at my house at 8:05? I'm like, you said 8. I was late. Like, by my standards, but no, by Panamanian standards, I was like, way early. Like, you said 8, so I was wrong. So, yeah. So we went and saw a different Toma, because every single time I go to a Toma, it's a different one. And they always take me one way there and another way back. It's like I will probably spend all 2 years here and have no idea how to get there and back to my Tomas without a guide because they take me so many different ways. Like minus one Toma. One Toma I feel very confident I can get there and back because we went the same way there and back because I believe there's only one way to get there and back. But the other ones, no, I don't think I could. Same with the tanks, like the storage tanks. They're separate. I don't think I could get back there without help because it takes me so many different ways every time I go, and I can't do it. So, I mean, it's good because it means that someone always has to take me, which means I'm not going to be by myself. But it's just like I'd kind of like to know the direction. I don't. So yeah, we went. Not a tremendous amount of people showed up, but a few people, which is fine. We went and we cleaned off because like this Toma is not really a Toma so much. Like it catches water, but it's like 5 different Ojos, and they're coming out and they all like flow down into the same little guided path to the box. So it's not the worst, but it's not the best as far as like cleanliness and water quality goes. So we laid some mash and some palm leaves or palm fronds over it to keep the animals out of the water. And because like I mean, an animal can just walk in, do its business, drink the water, die, whatever. I know that kind of escalated pretty quickly, but like for real, like an animal can die there, and then like, I mean, we go up there not that often, and it's infecting Argentina, and we got dead animal stuff coming through. I mean, it's not good, but it's the reality of life. So, we talked about some fixes for it. I think what it's really probably going to need is like building actual tomas, and excavating, and actually doing that, because that's not real, those are not real tomas. But it's good. We also set a meeting date to meet with all of the community, or the like, this is with the Bajo. This is not with Ariba. This is with the Bajo. To meet with all of those users, because we gotta tell them the days that we're not going to be able to use water, because we're going to do a big clean out on the system, because we're supposed to do it every 6 months, and we haven't done it. I've been here for 3 months. They said when we had our last meeting, said it had been like 9 months, so like, you know, a year or so since the last time that it was cleaned, which means that you can't use the water for 2 days, which means you have surplus. So yeah, we gotta tell them that, and then talk about the project, and talk about, I gotta meet with the Directiva, and whatnot, so it should be fun. And I'm glad we have like something on the books for January, because beginning to think that wasn't gonna happen. Which reminds me, I need to talk to Ariba until more children. Yeah. Sorry, side thoughts. Yeah, so that was good. And we did that in the morning, and then Griselda invited me to help her on Sunday to make Panamanian tamales, which you've seen my Facebook post. You saw how that went. And Instagram. I think I posted to both. Either way. Yeah, so what do I do for the rest of Saturday? It was bad. Like, I need memories, obviously. Failing. Yeah, so I don't remember doing much. Because I did take a nap. That did happen. Because I was tired. Well, because, I mean, I woke up probably about 6:30, because I needed to do some stuff around my house, cook breakfast, and like, I had to wash all my dishes, because like, you can't just leave dishes out because bugs. That's just like all you need to know is bugs. We'll get to the dishes, and that is not fun, obviously. And so yeah, we took a nap. I got up early to do all that. And I think I read some. I went to Griselda's at one point. I didn't do much after our morning work. Sunday, I got up and went and helped make Panamanian tamales, so I learned something new. It's always fun. Taking part in Panamanian traditions, because for New Year's and Christmas and whenever people want to have special occasion tamales, because tamales are not a regular thing to eat. Like, we eat bollos like all the time, but tamales not so much. And it's a little bit different with tamales than with bollos. So you still have corn. You make a masa with like corn that's like ground up corn, but it's old corn. It's not new corn. There's a difference. Old corn has been like dried out, and so it's like the corn kernels you would see when you're making like popcorn, and whatnot, as opposed to when you make bollo, it's like fresh corn, and so it still has that like juice to it. So grind that up into like cornmeal-esque, or like flour. And then you like mix it with chicken broth and spices and stuff. You make the masa, like this big corn mixture. And then you have banana leaves, which you cut and also wet. And you have the inside banana leaf in your outside one. Your inside one is going to contain the actual tamale stuff. The outside one is there to like keep everything secure and is bigger. So you also have your meat, which we use chicken. I've seen other people use other stuff, but we use chicken. So it's like shredded chicken, which like been a good portion of time just like pulling chicken off the bones. You also got English peas, and then a mixture, finely chopped, of onion, cilantro, and pepper and whatnot. And so then you put like your little base of the masa, put in your chicken, a little bit of the cilantro onion mixture, and then some peas, and then you like round it all up with a spoon to where like the masa is, you know, totally covering it, and then you add a little extra if need be, and then you kind of form it with the banana leaves and fold it over, and then fold the outer one, and there's a special tying trick which I learned and I mastered. I did not quite master the putting the masa and all of that stuff together, but I'm working on it, and I'm gonna continue practicing whenever Griselda makes tamales. I'm gonna try and help her because I want to learn, because I'm interested in these things. So yeah, we spent all morning making. It's a long process, and we were making 100 because Griselda sells them to the community, because not everyone wants to spend this long process doing it. So she sells them to the community. Yeah. So we did that. And then I had to leave at 1 because I had English classes to teach. So I went and changed clothes and ate my tamale, which is good. And oh yeah, because then once that's all done, then you like put it in the pot of boiling water. And when I say pot, I really mean like if you've ever seen a witch's or like imagine what a witch's cauldron would look like, that's what this giant pot looks like. And we're just like sticking in tamales and turning around like our witch's brew. I don't know why that's what comes to mind, but it is. And I'm sorry for the length of this video if you've watched the whole thing. But yeah, so we made those, and then I had to leave to go teach English, which had all of 2 students show up. But it was good. We just did review, because I had a lesson plan together, but because there was only 2 students, I didn't want to like continue on. So we did review over the words, like what they mean, how to pronounce them, if they had any questions. So it was more of just like one-on-one kind of tutoring-ish thing. So we did that, which was good. Then I went home and napped, because why not? And whatnot. So this was New Year's Eve, and in talking to Maria, mind you, she's 8, she's like, yeah, we're gonna stay until midnight and we're gonna eat rice with chocolate. Okay, and in Spanish, when you say, like, for instance, arroz con pollo, that means that the rice and the chicken are going to be mixed together. It's not just rice with chicken, it is rice mixed together with chicken. And so when you have, like, hamburguesa con queso, that means that your hamburger and your cheese are mixed together. So, like, they're not separate things, they're together. So she said, arroz con chocolate. Like, chocolate rice, what kind of thing is this? And I'm kind of scared. I mean, I like chocolate, I don't like rice that much, but, I mean, it's gotta improve the rice. But there's also this thing called, chicha de arroz, and it's horrible, because it's this, like, it's juice from rice, but they leave, like, rice remnants in there. And I don't like floating things in my drink. Like, I get orange juice with no pulp because I do not like things floating in my drinks. And so for there to be like floating rice, I already don't like rice, so juice of rice is horrible on its own. Like, it's not good. And then you got, like, chunks of rice. No, it's not good. So I'm like, this could be like that. Like, I think it's gonna be good, but it's not. Actually, I never thought Chicha de Arroz was gonna be good. But anyway, I was just like, but then I was like, also, she's 8, so she could be messing with me. So, yeah. Turns out there was rice and there was chocolate, but they were not together, which is good because, yeah. So what we did, so actually I should back up for a second. I went down to Griselda's with Jessica and Maria and whatnot, and then Griselda was like, oh, we're going to deliver these tamales to his house by Falcon. And I'm like, okay. And Maria was like, hey, you want to come with? I'm like, sure. Falcon's house, it's not that far. I'm thinking, it's easy. And it's almost dark. Which is like 5:45. So, dark happens around 6:15, 6:30-ish. So I'm thinking, that's not so far, it'll be fine. I had my phone with me, which has a flashlight on it. They had a flashlight. So we go walking, so we go past our homes. Turns out, no, we're going somewhere else. And I'm in my Crocs, okay? Not good for mud. And we were walking all through the mud. Like, I fell once, which is amazing, considering I almost fell like a million times, but Griselda helped me. It was a good thing I had my phone with me because their flashlight died. So they would have been walking dark, or if I hadn't gone, like, they would have been in the dark. Because, yeah, like, this whole process took a while. Well, it took about an hour, because we got back about 7, so a little over an hour. Yeah, no. So we go slipping, sliding through the mud. Maria fell, like, a million times, and she's, like, the most dramatic child ever, because, well, she's Maria. And so, yeah. It was an adventure. I'll give you that. Went and delivered tamales to these people's house, which was good. And yeah. And so, now back to New Year's. So, Carlos and Griselda came over, and 2 of their children, Olmedo and Frank, they're 18 and 22. Olmedo's 18, Frank's 22. So they came over, and they were drinking Seco, which is just like a small, like, half step above rubbing alcohol. Like, it's just bad. I have not tried it, nor do I wish to try it. And Carlos, Griselda's husband, is drunk, and he's just like dancing and being crazy, and he's just drinking straight Seco, which I don't understand. Actually, there were several people, because like various people would like walk up, because it's New Year's, so people were out and about, and so they'd walk up and they would just like drink straight Seco, and I just no. But yeah, so we stayed up till midnight, which was a struggle for me because I typically go to bed around 9, sometimes earlier, sometimes later, but usually 9 is about it, 9 to 10ish. So to stay up till midnight was a struggle. I nearly fell asleep like a million times. Maria did fall asleep. But yeah, so they made arroz con pollo, ensalada de papas, which is potato salad, and there was pizza, and with Lay's potato chips, which has a fun story, so I'll tell you in a second why it was there, because it seems very out of the ordinary. There was chocolate. Yeah, so we stayed up till midnight, and after midnight, we did this Catholic thing that I'm not really sure what it was, and where they're like, it was kind of like a prayer, blessings on the new year, but they were reading from some Catholic catechism book thing, and then, you know, talking about my friendships and family and all this stuff. I get included in the friendship part, so I remember it most, and whatnot, and yeah, So we did that, then we actually ate, and then of course everybody went around and like, well, before this we all like went around and hugged each other and whatnot, and we're like, Feliz Año, Feliz Año, all that stuff in my terrible accent. It's not my normal Spanish. I put on a Spanish accent-ish when I speak Spanish. But yeah, so we did that, and then, so, I reached for the arroz con pollo and ensalada de papas, because it's traditional Panamanian stuff, and actually I like, if I'm gonna eat rice, I like it as arroz con pollo. One, they put flavor in it. It's not just like plain white rice. Two, there's like chicken and vegetables and stuff mixed in. So it's like, it's good. You're not just eating straight, plain, boring rice. And whatnot. And I really like potato salad. My mom's is better, but potato salad, I'll take it whenever I can get it. So, yeah. So I reached for that. But they're upset because I didn't go for the pizza. Because apparently, I don't know how they got this information or what their source was. They bought pizza for me because they thought it was an American tradition to eat pizza on New Year's. And so they were trying to include me. And they bought the Lay's potato chips for the same reason. Because they're American. And I appreciate the sentiment. And I ate the pizza and I ate potato chips. But I was just like, that is so not what we do for New Year's. But thank you. And then I proceeded to explain what we actually do for New Year's. So yeah, it was fun. I stayed up till 1 and then I went to bed. They went out to party at other people's houses who were actually having parties, and I was like, I'm going to bed. So yeah, it was fun. Yeah, that was my Panamanian New Year's. I think for next year, I'm going to swap it up and be inside for Christmas and go out of sight for New Year's. So I think it'll be fun to do the reverse and experience both in sight. But yeah, so that was my week. Kind of crazy. Sorry this is so long. But yeah, that was fun. Very interesting. On the docket for this week, I began my Wednesday English classes, still have my Sunday ones. I'm going to do some organizational stuff around my house. Yeah, it's going to be fun. Talk to you later. Hasta luego.